All right. It's time for the grand finals. The underdog in the top left, Storm Gaming's MAXPAX, having a grueling run here. But by golly, has he beaten some of the best players in the game. His opponent in the bottom right, though, he's had a smoother run. He's looked rather dominant in most of his matches. He's looking as a huge favorite. $10,000 on the line. This is Onside Gaming's MARU. Onside versus Storm. Cannot wait to see how this series goes. Historically, MAXPAX has tied a series 1-1 once with MARU in WTL. They went 2 games, 1 each in a best of 2. Other than that, MAXPAX has lost almost every other map that he's faced against MARU. It's not that many run-ins. It's about 5 or 6 over the last 3 years since MAXPAX has been competing at the top, whereas, of course, MARU won a Premier tournament like 9 years ago in 2014 or 2015, I believe, might have been his first one, actually. But basically, MARU's been at this game a lot longer. MAXPAX is the new kid on the block. MARU, though, is absolutely force to be reckoned with, and definitely someone who should be, watched out for. But MAXPAX just got through Clem to get here, and I have faith that he can make some very competitive games of it. This game, though, I would not be keeping your eyes on will MAXPAX win map 1. I would be, can he make it look even vaguely competitive? Because we're on US West. Game 1, guess what? MARU won the coin toss. He gets his server first. This is also his map pick, because he chose to pick map first as the higher seed. So game 1 is going to be the hardest possible situation. If MAXPAX can make this look close, then that's going to be very, very good for him. MARU, the Mad Dog, goes 3cc. What? Definitely don't let that in. Oh, if you let the shade in, that'd be so bad. So he's doing 3cc into 3 barracks. He did this build up against someone the other day. We saw... Actually, no, wasn't it? Beyond did this first. Showtime. The 3 command center, 3 barracks build versus Showtime in their final game, because Showtime was playing so predictable every game. But MAXPAX just doing a standard Twilight into Robo. And he's actually going to do a DT drop. Ooh, this could be very effective. Now, it might not be, because 3 command centers equals 3 possible command centers that can drop mules. But look, that command center had to get moved. And MARU's stim should be a bit later than when the Dark Templar hit. So no stim, no Cyclones, no Vikings. Makes it hard to get in there. Oh, he just runs straight past. Oh no, MAXPAX lets him in the base. Oh, it's a disaster, mate. MARU just does a runny, goes straight in through. A runner, I think would be a better way to describe that, though. That's normally running away. Oh, he gets the Adept at the front as well. Very nicely done. MARU does scout that one, and he's got an engineering bay on the way. It's just 2 barracks for him. And the engineering bay, he could build some turrets. MAXPAX should immediately drop a 3rd base. So once you've been scouted, it's not that important to hit the pressure. It's more important to go into economy, because you know your opponent's going to be very safe against it. He doesn't cancel the Dark Shrine. He's still committing to at least poking with the Dark Templar, forcing the turrets and all of that. It would be an interesting idea to cancel the Dark Shrine and go in a drastically different direction, like drop Robo Bay or something like that. But he's saying, no. You still got to commit. You still got to try to get in there and see if you get some damage. Turrets aren't ready just yet. There is 2 scans available, though. DT runs in the natural. SCV does go down. And he should run away with that DT. Get out of there. That's a scan. DT does go down. Drop comes into the main, gets an SCV on the barracks. Already 4 SCVs, 5 SCVs, 6. Whoa. MARU doing a bit of a doo-doo there. I think maybe he thought MAXPAX wouldn't really commit. Surprising amount of damage considering the DT Shrine was scouted. Remember, guys, Dark Shrine stands for Dark DT, Dark Templar. So DT Shrine, Dark Templar. Actually, that does make sense. I was like, the DT Shrine? I was like, am I saying Dark Shrine Shrine? No, I'm not. Anyways, we'll try to actually commentate properly. It's already been a bunch of very long games today, and you can tell I am already just in awe of the fact that the series have been so much fun, so much weird, so much action and chaos. But let's see what MAXPAX can do with the Archon drop. Unupgraded Marines ain't much of a match there for that. Ooh, watch out, mate. There's an Archon drop. MAXPAX, if he can get the Archons in, he'll kill a bunch of those Marines. Nice, gets in the natural. Be careful with the prison placement, though. Oh, he hides the Marauder in the base. 1, 2, 3 Marines go down. That Archon lost all of its shields, guys. It started to lose hit points, I'm pretty sure, but barely picks it up in time. Good saves. Getting any damage he can. Well done by MAXPAX, but of course, the factory's on the way. The starport, the 4th and 5th barracks building in the natural. Behind it, MAXPAX is going into Blink. He has no splash damage, so he's just playing Blink into Colossus. The Archons continue to try to be annoying. They aren't really finding any big damage. The Marauder's very tanky units up front doing very well. Oh my god, that's a lot. Okay, so he's whooping in Stalkers on the front. That's interesting. He's going to see if he can pick it away with him with both Archon drop and Blink Stalkers. Observer see the move out, though. He's going to try to move down and intercept that bad boy. Stalkers will do pretty well against this initially. Just got to be careful to not have no vision behind the fog. Gets another Marine there. Well done. Archon is hanging out back at the shield battery with the hot pickups. Should be pretty solid. 65 workers for MAXPAX. He's been nice and greedy in this follow-up. So he's maintaining a pretty solid worker lead. Even starts a 4th base in the mix of it, which MARU does not see. He's going to stem towards this base. The Stalkers doing what they can. Oh, good pickups with the Prism there. And you can't chase too far as MARU, or you will get hunted down. He's got a few Marines on the bottom. But those are all going to have to pull back. I don't think MAXPAX can necessarily chase him. Maybe he can. Oh, MAXPAX, great decisiveness. Does chase MARU all the way home. Charges on the way. Colossus are building. MAXPAX is floating a lot of money. He does need to make sure he keeps warping in. He's got 8 gateways, but he doesn't have many pylons building right now. MAXPAX does lose his Observer just barely to that scan. MARU, no Ghost Academy just yet. Very important he gets a Ghost Academy to deal with the Zealots and the Archons, but he also doesn't have really any air units. Only 2 medevacs out, and MAXPAX, despite having his DT drop scouted, he's actually playing very well right now. The Archons being really annoying. MARU cannot be happy with that. The Stalkers pick off 4 SCVs. The Archons get in, they get out. Sorry, the Archons got the SCVs. If a Marine or 2 goes down as well. He's all over him right now. Zealot's getting ready on the left side. We've got the Forge coming in. I feel like MAXPAX is actually just on MARU's map, on his server preference, with his build scouted. Chadpax, as Chad is starting to call him, playing a really solid game. Oh, Stalker's in the middle of the map. It's such a tiny push path, though. Takes so little time to get across the map. Zealots are going to go in on the 3rd. The SCVs... Was he trying to... He's pulling the boys! MARU's doing a boy pull, guys! He's going for the all-in. The Archons are across the map. I don't think he's realized... MAXPAX may not have realized he needs to pull up his natural ramp, in my opinion. I mean, he can't fight in the open, but he's got Colossus, which are pretty damn good here. Oh, the Stalkers. Oh, he misses one of the blinks, but he does get rid of the other Widow Mines without taking any giant shots. The Marauders come in. Battery overcharge, but oh, one of the Colossus does fall. That's big. The Zealots doing work, though. MARU. Oh my god, he hold position the SCVs for a moment, but MAXPAX's positioning is pretty damn sweet. He's got Archons that are going to recall right now. They're going to try and get back here. The Stalker Colossus Zealot trying to pull away. MAXPAX has got a lot of money. Another Colossus is about to come out. If the Archons and Colossus can join forces, that'll be big. But oh, the Widow Mines recharge. Big problem because all the Zealots go down. MAXPAX under heavy pressure against this desperate SCV pull. MARU going for broke right now. He's going to try and chase this army down. The Colossus will get saved. Nice save by MAXPAX. Zealots trying to pull back right now. The 3rd base is absolutely smoked. Is that enough damage, though? Where are the rest of the Zealots? The Colossus not able to pump. It looks like MARU may have done it with this giant 1-1 Marine Marauder. Just pulls the boys and goes for it. Absolutely disgusting move from MARU.
Hit Nick.
Get wrecked, he says. Oh, bring it out, the smack talk. MAXPAX has to pull the probes. He's got to try and hold this right here, right now. MAXPAX is way behind in this scenario, losing 32 probes and the Nexus, and MARU just picks up and moves towards the main base. There's no anti-air left. You may have 3 next side, but you've got very little money. 2-1 upgrades are going to kick in, but of course, too little, too late. Extra gateways building. Let's hope MAXPAX realizes and cancels those because he needs that money back. He's got very little income now, just 35 probers first, 46 SCVs. And MARU, after getting all that damage, says, hey, let's go back to a macro game. Zealot, Archon, Colossus moving forward. The production tab pretty empty for MAXPAX. He is not building probes. He starts rebuilding his Robo. 3 Dark Templar coming in right now as well. Looks like the Observer on the other side of the map did get scanned down. MARU with a decisive SCV pull here on Babylon. Let's see what he can do. He's looking very calm and focused. I feel like he's definitely poised to take this map. Up 30 army supply. Clearly with a superior force. As Zealot drops going across. The DT is all morphed into Archons. He's going to try and defend with those. There's no ghosts in this force. Widow Mine siege between the bases, though. That 3rd is in trouble right now. Zealots do take a few of those shots. on the Widow Mines. Third Nexus goes down. Zealots are in the main base right now, causing a ruckus. But on the other side, the probe rally of MAXPAX gets completely cleaned up. He's outgunned, he's outnumbered. Unless MARU gets impatient and headbutts into a battery overcharge, there's just no way. Oh, more Widow Mines causing problems for MAXPAX. MARU utilizing those Widow Mines so well. And look at this, he gets in there, takes out some pylons, sets up on top of the ramp with an arc. Unable to get back up there. The Colossus gets focused down, and with it, the range advantage of MAXPAX is completely gone. MARU playing a fantastic game one here. I think MAXPAX made it very competitive and played a confident game, though. I actually think that was a big confidence booster for MAXPAX fans. But at the end of the day, MARU is just a little bit too good.
MARU Imba.
MARU Imba. All right, that was actually a decent game from him, but he did end up getting run over. Those vicious SCV pulls, the bane of Protoss players everywhere. Sidestorm Gaming's MAXPAX in the top left. His opponent going for the super close proxy barracks right there. Oh, but that's going to get walled off. So Reapers won't be able to jump in, but still. Interesting. MARU in the bottom right side. Where? He's doing 2 racks Marine Rush? Luckily for MAXPAX, he always scouts really early. And he always goes Cybercore before Nexus. Wait. You know what's funny, guys? If this gets defended, MARU can lift a barracks and kill the gateway from the low ground. As long as MAXPAX can't push out and defeat him, he can kill the gateway from the low ground with a floated barracks. Do you think he's planning to do that? I think he might. But yeah, basically, he's looking to do a denial on the natural with a big bunker rush. Now, the gas is clearly way too late, so MAXPAX should immediately know what's happening. Starts a Zealot. Second pylon needs to go down right now. He's going to build it on the natural. Interesting. I guess he knows he needs to defend the natural from bunkers going up anyway, but it is a little exposed. He sees the SCV coming in. He's already tracking it, making sure no free bunker build time gets happening. MAXPAX pulling back this probe. It's a crazy build, guys. This is not a build I would ever pick versus MAXPAX, because MAXPAX always scouts. He's building a Nexus? What? Whoa, that's a crazy move. I would have been chronoing double Zealot or Stalkers and getting a second gateway. MAXPAX is going to defend this with just batteries on the natural. Stalkers rallying down. Zealots plus probe pool. Wow, ballsy play from MAXPAX. He's so confident, man. He's so confident. Okay, the battery does go down on the natural. The Stalker will be here soon. More probes are pulling. The bunker build time's being delayed. He's defending us like a Zerg player. I didn't think Protoss players knew how to micro that well, but dude, MAXPAX doing pretty okay. He's only lost 2 probes so far. As long as he gets rid of that last SCV, the bunker will never get up. There's still an SCV there, but the battery's almost ready. Ooh, he's lost a lot of probes. MAXPAX needs to get those probes out of there. At the end of the day, 8 probes go down. It's a little bit more than he would have liked to lose. Now, the barracks does lift off, but he's not going to use them to pick off the gateway because obviously a Stalker outranges him. 14 probes, but you know what? The Nexus is up, so I think it's fine. Because he can rebuild and chrono probes so fast. So he loses a lot, but by building the Nexus, you're allowed to lose a lot. He sees a command center in the factory behind it. I dare say MAXPAX is in a completely fine position. Especially if his Stalker counterattacks, right? If he goes across the map with 2 Stalkers, he can be annoying. He can't really get up the ramp, but he can at least harass the natural. I'd probably send some Stalkers to just kill these barracks. Try to damage the barracks for future. Oh, look at that. The probe buys time, which means he's going to be able to kill the SCV on the command center. MAXPAX with a promising start to this series, guys. Really calm defense of a high-pressure build. MARU, please land the barracks and build a Marine. Him and Beyond just kept doing that to each other earlier today for the lulls. I really want to see him do it here, even though it's like objectively a bad move. Unless your opponent's multitasking is really stretched. It's just so funny to see, but it looks like MARU's going back to serious business. It's the grand finals. Money's on the line. MAXPAX is only back to equal workers as the command center finishes, so he didn't rebuild his economy as quickly as I thought he would. He really needs to keep chronoing probes and make sure there is no downtime on these Nexi. Like, he's got to queue up extra probes. Twilight Council's on the way. These Stalkers will clean up the barracks eventually, but of course, Terran getting full scouting is always nice. 2 Stalkers at the front is enough to 2-shot Marines and SCVs, so I don't mind him hanging out there. He's trying to let MARU come to the low ground before he deals with that. Barracks does take some more damage there. Will be burning soon. Stalkers could go in and pick off an SCV, but he misses his opportunity. Triple Widow Mine drop going across the map. If you're not killing SCVs, it's time to go home, MAXPAX. He's not really achieving anything anymore here. Orbital is making on that low ground. MAXPAX has the worker lead. He's up to a decent Stalker count as well. Warp Gate is finished, but a third Stalker about to pop out here at home. So 5 Stalkers on the map, 2 on the front, 2 at home. A third one's not here just yet. Medevac will take some damage, that's for sure. Those Stalkers get kind of cut off by the Widowmine. Probe, only a single probe goes down to the first one. Oh, watch out, watch out, watch out. Okay, the choke point in the minerals is always scary. Ah, triple kill with that Widowmine. Very nicely done. That Widowmine blocks the Stalker. And one Widowmine does get back to hide. But, of course, that Medevac within 2 shots of death. 2 Stalkers on the front actually pick off a Marine. Oh, my. Stalker's got to be careful. Tank has 7 range, even out of siege mode. Outranges those Stalkers and does 25 damage a shot to them. Behind this, going for a Raven and 3 barracks. Looks like Maru ends up in a lead, guys. I think if the Widowmine drop did, like, no damage, it would have been alright. But as it is, taking a total of 6 probes there on top of the 9 he lost earlier. 35 workers versus 34, especially with the Terran having his production up and the Protoss not. I thought the economy would bounce back a little bit quicker, but we are seeing that indeed it was enough damage to at least be even, I think, for Maru. And with the Widowmine drop doing a bit more damage, bit of delayed mining time, does feel like MAXPAX is on the back foot. He's got a good Stalker count out, 7 Stalkers versus very few Terran units, but with no way to spot the high ground, there's not really much he can do. He can, like, run in, kill an SCV, blink away. That's about it. Medevac does get home. Third Nexus starts up, so it's going to be a 2-gate Robo follow-up here. Interesting. Oh, Stalkers go in, guys. Oh, he goes for a hero-style maneuver. 2 Stalkers for a tank. That's a trade I think it's okay if it wasn't for the fact that the Stalkers took such a bruising. That means they're going to be much worse in follow-up engagements. So generally trading 1 or 2 Stalkers for a tank, it's like 1 Stalker definitely. 2, you're like, oh yeah, probably okay with that. Not the end of the world. But if they all get so wounded, that's a problem in the Raven. I've talked a lot about how the Raven is the absolute nemesis of MAXPAX. In my opinion, the Raven is just the nemesis of Twilight openings in general. This unit with its auto-turret harass, how quick it builds, how cheap it is, just a 150 gas unit that wastes so much mining time, guarantees probe kills, and oh my god, it's even going to get a Stalker? Oh, luckily no focus fire does change targets. Forge is on the way. It's going to be a Blink Stalker Zealot style. Maru is going for 5 barracks, guys. 2 barracks building in the natural. Factory's going over to the reactor. Starport will start medevac production soon. Seeing no gases on the third, MAXPAX, of MAXPAX, Maru is going to realize this is Stalker Zealot. And that's going to tell him, pump Widow Mines, build a lot of Marines and Marauders, and just be very patient, because MAXPAX doesn't have any splash damage. There's no timer on your push. Not to mention, if you pull the boys versus Zealot Stalker style, it's so good, because they don't have any splash damage. And being able to just tank with the SCVs in front and hold position to block them is massive. I think he just got the medevac, guys. I don't know what was inside the medevac. Looks like... yeah, I don't see any other units, but looks like the medevac was poking out and did go down. Stalkers are going to poke in, but the Observer falls, and that's a giant bio army, more than double the army supply. Maru's got this one in the bag, I believe. I just don't see the numbers being possible. MAXPAX would have to be an absolute magician, I'm telling you. To make up for this, like 8 Stalkers, 1 Sentry, 2 Zealots, you need to have equal army supply. If you're playing Mass Zealot, because it's a very low quality army, like you give him another minute or 2 and his production will be big, but he's just not there yet, and this push is coming hard and fast. There's a single drilly boy that wants to be one of the lads. Someone give that man a gun. He wants to be on the front line with the other soldiers, but only a few Stalkers standing in the way of it. MAXPAX, 1 Immortal, 6 Stalkers, 1 Sentry. MAXPAX does not have a large army. Battery overcharge is a good ability. Great spread to mitigate the anti-armor missile a little bit. Good force fields as well, but he does not have the army to capitalize. The drilly boys are here! Charging into the front lines. They get minced by the Zealots, but that's what they are here to do. They get those Zealots down, and Maru crushing through game number 2. MAXPAX got to be feeling a little bit of pain after that one.
Kieran Imber, this game is stupid.
Oh, it's all right. You'll fight back, mate. All right, guys, going into map number 3, MAXPAX has got his work cut out for him, but I believe in the young Danish man. I believe he can do it. Psystorm Gaming's MAXPAX going to go for a probe scout here. Unfortunately for him, Maru is getting cheeky. He's building a barracks inside his natural. The call is coming from inside the base. The Reaper is also going to be coming from inside the natural. This is a dirty, dirty build, guys. This is a very disgusting one. Second gas is on the way as well. SCVs are pumping out. We've got the gateway coming in. Cybercore is going to go down. Very nice. Zealots on the way. And the first Reaper starts up. Oh, he's going to eBay block. Oh, this is so dirty. Because he eBay blocks. MAXPAX is like, oh, it's eBay block and proxy barracks. Like, well, I have to take my third. But now the Reaper's going to be twice as annoying. Does he bunker rush the third base as well? Clem did that to MAXPAX early on in their series, I believe. And that was not the most impactful, but it was a little annoying to deal with. Probe is circling the main base. Factory's on the way behind this. He's pulled off gas. Maru planning to take a command center in the near future. He's going to try and build the bunker over here. He's wedged it in position. Depending on where the SCV builds, it could be safe. Reaper going into the main base. Let's see how good MAXPAX micro is. Good pullback so far, but notice Maru's changing targets, which can be good. Soften up all of them. Hard for MAXPAX to figure out which one he's got to pull back. Stalker's almost out. Maru gets a kill. I mean, you should be getting a kill when you proxy this close to the base. Oh, but he stays too deep. He goes too close to the sun. And that Reaper does get taken down there. Very nicely done. Probe's going to go for a little bit of a rotation as well. Ooh, okay. Good shutdown here by MAXPAX. Counterattack with a Zealot Stalker. And he's going to be able to take his Twilight Council behind that and look very, very solid. Good hold so far. And, I mean, you're looking for at least 2 probes normally off that proxy barracks. Look at this. Pylon's even going to go down in the wall. MAXPAX saying, hey, that's going to give me high ground vision. I mean, that's huge. If you have high ground vision, it's massive. He might even pull a probe, guys. MAXPAX, I've seen pull probes to set off Widow Mines before. So he could bring 1 or 2 probes across the map. Looks like he's probably not going to do it this time. But he's going to be able to put on some nice pressure on the supply depots, force some SCVs to come down. Widow Mine will be able to kill the Zealot. But setting it off on the Zealot means the Stalkers have free reign. Let's see, that Widow Mine is there. SCVs coming to repair. Zealot pulls back for now. And the Stalker is just going to sit on this left side now. Oh, the Widow Mine's trying to get to the outside. Stalker and the Zealot going to get some damage there. Zealot's just going to chill. Stalkers will take out the Widow Mine. Can they get an SCV or 2 here? Looks like the answer is no. Another Widow Mine's coming out. He's going to focus it. He's going to get 1, 2 volleys off. And then he's going to have to just hit these depots from out of range. Really nice pressure here from MAXPAX. But Banshee's on the way. Plus Cloak in the back. Twilight Council may be building behind this. But MAXPAX is committing a fair bit to this pressure. These SCVs trying to kill that pylon. When the pylon's gone, the high ground vision's gone, and then the Widow Mines can actually defend okay. Imagine if he pulled a probe to set that Widow Mine off, guys. It actually would have got out of hand. He's doing it! He's doing the MAXPAX probe pull! He's doing the MAXPAX probe pull! Oh, huge moves! The second probe comes in as well. Oh, he forces the lift. Focuses it down. MAXPAX doing the MAXPAX special. This is such a genius move, dude. Oh, I love it so much. And 2 probes do go down, so it's not free. He sees the Banshee, though. Banshee has to show itself pre-cloak. Depot does not fall. Maru with the clutch SCV pull to save it. Robo's on the way as well as another gateway. Seeing the Banshee is massive. No game-winning Banshees in this game. Stalker does go down. Great micro by Maru. And he raises the depot to block him. Dude, Maru hanging on off the cuff with just insane micro and nothing else. But this time, that depot is going to go down. Is it, though? Is it, though? What the hell? What is happening, man? Oh, my God. Another Stalker gets surrounded. The Banshee survives. Oh, my Lord. He does get an SCV or 2 there for his trouble. The Banshee's going to cloak. The Stalkers will just run away. Banshee's going to try and get a kill. I think he gets one. Nice move by Maru. Good micro. Banshee's a fast unit. Oh, damn. He probably should have recalled those 3 Stalkers or run straight south to lure the Banshee away at least. He's actually going to kill a lot of Stalkers here. 3 have gone down. Looks like that 4th one does barely escape. Battery in the 3rd. Coming up in the main as well. And the Observer is on the way. So the Banshees aren't going to get much done. This feels like a really good start for MAXPAX. And Maru says, well, yeah, not a good spot. Going to go for a 3rd command center. Banshee flies in the bottom side, grabs itself a probe. Maru knows any kill is going to be a good kill for him. The Lyot hanging out going, what the hell was that? Invisible thing just appeared out of the sky, firing those bloody Hellscream rockets, and did some damage. Going up to how many gateways is this? Just 3 gateways? No, 4 gate blink. Oh, okay, 4 gate blink robo before the 3rd base. He wants to catch that Banshee. He's going to start an Nexus now. Is MAXPAX. He does not realize just how greedy Maru is behind this. Maru's going to find another probe down there. So he gets a little bit of value here. 3 Stalkers are over here. No Observer just yet. Another probe? Not bad. It's a Marine in the middle of the map. Will it see these Stalkers? Very well may. And indeed it does. MAXPAX just one-shots that bad boy. I think Maru's solid at home on the natural. but the main base is a little vulnerable. You can see he wants to take advantage of that. MARU's only covering a little bit of that area. If he blinks there, it's a problem for MAXPAX. Banshees both are coming home to repair on up and help on the defense. He's building a wall out front so that he can't blink, pick off the tanks, and then run away. It's making it much harder to do that. Oh, good play with the Banshee. Gets out of there just in time. Stalker's going to split off. Nice scan from MARU. He's going to send the Banshees to deal with the main base. And the rest of the army probably needs to stay on that natural. Expansion is coming in. Tank gets a shot off on the Stalkers. Dropping the main base comes in. And one of those Banshees is about to run out of Cloak. He could focus it down, but he chooses to back off for now. MAXPAX not getting too much direct damage done, and the work account's dead even. Has he seen the third command center? Yes, he has. He's going to get a reactor there. He goes after the Raven. He's not able to get it, though. The Stalkers come in from behind. He's warping in a lot of Stalkers. He's looking for the kill. He knows that MARU has played very greedy, but those tanks coming forward are big. He's got to pull back. Good pullbacks, getting a lot of damage. 7 SCVs and the gases charge. And more probes are on the way. An 8th SCV will go down. Not to mention the gas is both falling. And MAXPAX just shifts to the right side. He blinks back to the low ground. He says that natural should be wide open now. Let's take advantage of that one. He could just blink on that bunker and take it out. There is a tank there. But look at that. He blinks past. Oh, there's no stim. There's no way to punish this. MAXPAX is not going to be going down 3-0. I don't think so, guys. He's kicking butt right now. MARU has no gas mining left right now. And the Stalkers, well, they take a few shots. He does cue them to blink back, but Stalkers go back in the main base. Looks like quite a few Stalkers went down, but a lot of SCVs as well. I think MAXPAX can afford these trades now because he's outscaling MARU. His third's fully saturated. He's going charge. He can take a 4th base behind this. Those Stalkers did spaz out on their blink, but he saves them with the Warp Prism. Raven finally picks off the Observer. MARU trying to lock things down and fight from behind. But you know what's a good way to kill a Terran player? When you're ahead, Zealot Archon. He's got Blink Stalkers for control. He's got tons of them out. You add a lot of Zealot Archon on 4 base, and you never let him take a 3rd. When he moves out to take a 3rd, MARU is going to get swarmed. Clever move from MARU, sending 2 Banshees across the map. There's only 2 Observers right now. 1 is in the natural, and look at that, guys. He even control groups them with the Stalker, ready in a central location to respond where they're needed. Because he knows, in this scenario, MARU's got to send the Banshees across the map. You know, a lot of people talk about pro gamers just being crazy fast, having good reactions. A lot of it's about understanding what their opponent's going to throw at them ahead of time and preparing the responses, right? That is such a big part of it. It's understanding. MAXPAX has always been one of the smartest players in the Protoss arsenal. 5 probes, though. Still good damage from MARU. But with a 4th base coming in, it's going to be needing a little bit more than that. Just a few Stalkers and an Observer down there tracking those Banshees. Stim is now finished. 1-1. Shields coming in. The barracks don't have add-ons, though. He's up to 7 barracks, which just shows the chaotic nature of MARU's base. He's got, like, a reactor, a tech lab, 2 tech labs, a reactor, and he's going to pull the boys? MARU's going to do a boy pull again. He's doing a big... He's saying, yeah, I took a 3rd. Look at me. I'm trying to take my 3rd. The Observer sees a big army. He hasn't seen the boy pull, though. He might not realize Storm is on the way, which is a very important upgrade. 3 High Templar with Storm shuts down an SCV pull. But I guarantee you guys, there's no SCVs building. MARU is going to pull the boys. 100% he's going to pull the boys in just a moment. There we go. They're coming. Oh my god. MARU used to be on Prime for a long time. Is this MARU, or is he just sitting in front of the camera pretending to play? Is he playing League of Legends right now, and it's actually bit by bit Prime? Storm comes in, doesn't get a big hit. Interference Matrix is pretty scary. SCV's coming in. Oh god, another Storm on the Marines would be big, and he gets it! Oh, MAXPAX lands a big juicy all over that army. Absolutely deadly Storms on top of it. Really nice play. The tanks are in a good position, but remember, he's got a 4th base. There's no need to defend this. MAXPAX can just send Zealots around the map to flank. He's going to do that, do some backstabs, and it's a 37 SCV Terran who's super duper all in. There's no batteries over on the right. I think just giving the base up to the right. Call for MAXPAX. We're going to get those probes out of there. Zealot's going to come in for a nice one. There's only 2 High Templar left in the Prism with Storms, so not a lot of Storm available, but MAXPAX is just focusing on lots of Zealots and Archons. He's losing a lot of supply here, so he's focusing on Pylons right now. Zealots run in. They're going to try and take that base down. Looks like he may have F2'd them home. Not quite sure. Or maybe he's bringing it in as a purposeful flank. Ideally, MAXPAX has a lot of Zealots flanking these tanks when push comes to shove. The High Templar are out of the Prism. Big fight going down. The first Storm whiffs. There's no other Storms. The High Templar get focused down. MAXPAX. Oh no. Did MARU just take out all his splash damage? Yep, he didn't build any backup High Templar. Those interference matrices on the Prism have been game-changing. Zealots are interrupting his reinforce. He's trying to build an engineering bay wall. Oh, man! MAXPAX has to go for the fight! MARU, you sicko! You dirty, dirty sick boy! What have you done in this video game? Oh, MAXPAX trying to take the fight. The Zealots come in for the flank, but it's a little bit too late. He doesn't sync it up correctly. Does he have the numbers anyway? Maybe just barely. He holds the push. He holds the push. The army supply is still very scary. Just remember, a lot of that's in medevacs. MARU loads up the random bunker. MAXPAX needs to just get some more Zealots and Archons. It's just a shame that Zealot Archon against the best Terran in the world is not that good an army because he can out-micro it with the bio. The problem for MARU is he has no Marauders and no Tech Labs. He's going to start at Ghost Academy. He says, hey, I watched Clem. You know, I watched him earlier. I saw what he did with a 2-base super delayed Ghost all-in. But in this case, I think MAXPAX has held on. MARU made that way scarier than I thought he'd be able to. The boy pull, the Marines, the tanks looking pretty good. But now, of course, a new 4th base being taken in the top. MAXPAX healthy on 69 workers. This man believes in the power of memes. He says some people, they try to just build 72 workers, 66. I'm gonna build 69. Halfway in between. It's the perfect count, guys. If you think about it, it's 3 full bases with 6 gases plus 3 workers on a 7th gas. Gas is very important for Protoss. Obviously, he's only playing 4 gases. But the power of memes is important indeed. MARU right now, the meme is that when he's ahead, you've already lost. When he's even, he's actually ahead. And when he's behind, he's actually even. Well, guys, this is the one situation which puts that one to rest. There is a point where MARU's far enough behind that he is legitimately just super, super effing far behind. And that's this one. That is this one. Chat's very upset. MAXPAX built a probe. Very unfortunate decision-making for him. We'll see if that loses him the game, guys. Going to 70 workers. 4 Zealots do go into the natural right now. And the Marines and Ghosts just trying to stutter step. Trying to hang on as best he can, but of course, no, the numbers are very big. He didn't kill nearly as many probes as he might have thought. And we are going to see those High Templar drop down, see if they can get some Stormy Storms. He did dodge the EMPs. He's still got a Storm ready. MARU's micro is pretty slick, but finally the Storm lands. The Zealot Archon swarming through that mineral line. He actually makes MAXPAX pull back, which is absolutely insane. What in the hell? He only lost 7 SCVs as well. Look at the units lost tab. Oh god, make Colossus. Yeah, he's making a Colossus, but without Colossus, he seems like he just can't take good fights versus this. You really need to surround MARU's bio to take this out. Guys, oh my god. This push coming in. Right now, MARU's up in army supply again. MAXPAX has nothing but Zealots. The Colossus, I think, is going to pop just barely in time. Remember, MARU has no infrastructure, no extra upgrades coming in. He's completely all in. And does force the stim. Any stim is hard to recover from. He's got 6 medevacs. But it's hard to heal that stuff up. Oh, Zealot tries to set off the Widow Mine. He ends up just going for it. Big Widow Mine on those Zealots, though. And without extended thermal lance, he's going to chill for the moment, is MAXPAX. I'd like to see MAXPAX be more active with the backstabs. Fighting one directionally into the bio gives MARU a chance to micro this out. He focuses down the Archon like a mad lad, but at the end of the day, numbers are impossible to beat, and MAXPAX does take him down.
While he has arrived.
All right, fighting back there. By God, must be traumatized by the number of SCV pulls in this series so far. In the top right, it's Storm Gaming's MAXPAX. And this man probe scouts every game with this probe, I believe, or is it the next one? One of these probes normally scouts here, but he's skipping the scout. And MARU in the bottom left representing onside is doing the 2 barracks Marine rush again. MARU, you cheesy boy. You cheesy lad. MAXPAX is just checking for the eBay block. He's not checking for the proxy barracks. Oh me, oh my. I feel like this could be game ending. This could be absolutely disastrous. It's a great way to play on a big map as well, but what a crazy gamble doing this on both of MAXPAX map picks. MARU is just gambling like mad, dude. Oh, all right. Marine starting up there. And we're going to see Cybercore. He's building a Zealot. Please don't cancel that Zealot. The fact that he's rallied it like that makes me think he's not going to. Starts a Nexus. I mean, he will see this coming in. I kind of feel like the setup should be good enough to defend for MAXPAX. And maybe he can even micro better than last time. This probe needs to see these bunkers going up. MARU does not try to hide. Probes need to be pulled right now, guys. All right, here we go. Zealot lands a hit. Ooh, wait, if you can get another hit on the SCV, that'd be great. MAXPAX. Oh, that SCV taking a bit of damage. The probe's going after it. Good micro by MAXPAX so far, but MARU pulling back, and MAXPAX, he's lost one probe. The bunker gets cancelled. Well done by him. Batteries on the way. Stalker's being chronoed. There is a high ground ramp here, which makes it a little harder for MARU to get his business done. I do think you can be... Oh, he goes for the high ground engage. Gets the SCV. Oh, okay, the probes need to get out of there, man. I think you can give up this area. Like, let the battery die. Pull the probes back. Because oh, don't pull the probes. Don't pull the probes. Because the thing is, he can't build a bunker. He pulls probes in unnecessarily there. MAXPAX throws away 4 more probes. And that is going to make MARU's build acceptable. It's still not as good as it was the previous time on Neo-Humanity, but... Oh, can he get one more? No, he can't. And the Stalker can go back to the healing. The Marines frantically run home. The barracks, one's going to have to scout, one's going to float, and a third command center goes down. This is okay for MAXPAX. A little bit better than last time, but still not great. I think if he's got like 2 probes more, it's not going to be fantastic. We've got experts in the chat weighing in. I love to hear their thoughts. They say if he doesn't pull probes, the battery could go down, and then it gets really awkward because you've got just Marines versus Stalkers with no battery. With no bunker threat, I'm gonna stick to my guns. I'm gonna stick to my guns. I 100% think that actually is a slight mistake. It's still obviously debatable though, but I think every probe matters. This is still a better position than it was last time. Oh no! Good catch from MARU. Good catch from MARU. And he's got the full scout. He sees the Stargate, which is really good for him. Get a Stalker kill as well. On the other hand, remember, last time around, in this scenario, MAXPAX only caught up with probes as the command center had just finished. This time, command center finishes, MAXPAX is going to be up 3 or 4 probes. He's got a Stargate on the way to give him follow-up scouting. He's feeling really good. Now, here's a scary situation where that basically is that you've got no idea what mad stuff. Did I say third command center before, by the way? I meant second command center. I did call this a third command center. Sorry for that. Just getting a little bit thrown off there, guys. People trying to debate with me, please bring it up after this game. I want to tell you all while you're wrong. Please, 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 please. Barracks is going to camp at the watchtower. What? He's going to build a marine at the watchtower? MARU is planning a huge piece of aggression, guys. MARU wants to speedrun this grand finals. He's like, you know what? MAXPAX died to a Phoenix when he was doing this Phoenix style to a big push, right? Cyclones, Vikings, and some Marines. So MARU's like, cool, I'll do the same thing. It worked for Clem. Maybe it'll work for me. I've damaged him, I've thrown him down. But there's already an Immortal building. MAXPAX is playing pretty safe. He's only got 1 gate. That's the big problem. But if the Phoenix can see what's up, oh, if you could just go to the right and see that there's guys building there, that'd be big. Widowmine does get dodged. That's important. Don't want to be taking a hit. A Widowmine hit, wounding the Phoenix would be a big problem. Let's see if the Cyclones can lock. MARU, very good reaction by MAXPAX. Doesn't take any hull damage. And the Cyclones are trying to chase him here. The Phoenix are going to see these Marines on the watchtower, and that's really good. Because now you know there's an attack coming. That gives it away, and you might even not choose to take a third. I mean, I would... Oh, he's supply blocked! Oh, the Immortal is supply blocked for a few seconds, and he loses a Phoenix. MAXPAX going back in over the watchtower. Oh no, big mistake for him. That watchtower was always going to give extra vision. MAXPAX needs extra gates more than anything, and to just go 2-base Colossus, I believe. I know that MARU earlier in the tournament was in the same situation, and I think it was, his opponent basically stayed off a 3rd base for a long time. It was Skillus, and hammered the push and annihilated it and got way ahead. And in the interview afterwards, MARU said, no, I was ahead the whole time because his 3rd base was delayed. Which I still agree, I still think was completely wrong, but that's just how MARU answers interviews. He always says he's ahead in every situation. He never admits he was ever behind at any moment. Like, he's got a powerful level of delusion that plays into him being the best Terran in the world. The Vikings do get hit by the Phoenix. Here we go. The Viking does go down. Man, he's lost too many Phoenix, so big mistakes here. That one does survive, but he's taken damage. Now, he's not going to lose his natural by any means, but how does he break out? MAXPAX is still on 1 gate, pumping Phoenix, but he's not using the Phoenix effectively. He's got to make sure... Oh, no! He's going to lose his production, guys! Oh, this is a disaster! His only gateway in Cybercore is going to go down. The Phoenix are going to try and get counter damage, but look, a 3rd command center is up behind it. MARU is ahead on that. Oh, this is an issue. I mean, one Viking did fall. If he gets the Cyclone, it'd be big, but Mass Repair says no. MARU with a quick response there. I mean, you can keep picking that up and just waste resources and mining time, but don't want to waste too much Phoenix energy on that. Does pull back for now. MARU's going to back off. This is way better than the game against Skills. Oh, these Phoenix keep getting hammered. Phoenix preservation is the #1 thing when you're playing Phoenix, keeping them alive and continuing to get value out of them. But this game, you can see the units lost have far in MARU's favor. MARU just getting in MAXPAX face from the very start of the game. Even an SCV scouts the third as it starts. Great play by him. Phoenix do fly in there. Looks like he picked off a few SCVs. And oh, he actually gets the Reddit point Phoenix out. MAXPAX with some skill. 5 SCVs. MARU is angry. Guys, that is the angriest move I've ever seen from MARU. MARU and Beyond, whenever they did that move earlier, they always said, why are you so angry? When the other player would do something crazy aggressive, like MARU was like, why are you so angry, Beyond? He kept saying that to him. And chasing 5 Phoenix with 2 Cyclones in a medevac is an angry move. The reason it's angry is it's objectively terrible. Thankfully, MARU's calm, quiet voice told him to pull back. Man, these Phoenix are getting good value now. Colossus and 2 Immortals are here. Those Cyclones are annoying. Immortals do hard counter Cyclones if they can land hits on them. But there's too many Marines. And with the spread, the Colossus will not be able to deal with that. Third base has to go up. And it's going to be a gateway transition. Forge is on the way. He's trying to build up to a 3rd gateway. But definitely unfortunate rebuilding gateways and cybercores and all that sort of stuff. Twilight Council's on the way. Phoenix looking for pickups. Oh, he's going to lose more. Oh, MARU shutting down 2 Phoenix there. He's been so on point with these Cyclones. He's going to get more. No, good pullback by MAXPAX. MAXPAX is an absolute monster, man. But MARU is on another level of experience, and you can tell this is what veterans do versus newcomers, is they put on heavy pressure and force mistakes, and that's exactly what he's doing here. He's doing surprisingly aggressive moves, and he's kind of bullying MAXPAX. He's pulled SCVs, he's proxy barracked him twice. This is not how MARU plays normally, but he's realizing that, hey, you know what? I think I can get him to make mistakes. I think I can push in at times where I normally wouldn't even think about it and get some value here. 2 Cyclones get picked up. The Colossus, oh, good force fields, but doesn't get too many. Pulls back. MARU using so many scans on the army as well. But MARU's got 3 bases full. He's taking gases. He's actually built way too many workers. He's on 68 workers on only 2.5 mineral lines. Oh, the tank's getting ambushed, maybe? No. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Big tank volley goes off. 1 tank goes down. The Immortals and the Colossus stand strong. Can the Phoenix come in with an engage? Maybe, just maybe. Phoenix looking for the flanky flank. Unit on the Watchtower goes down. MARU is all over this game. And he starts a 4th command center out front. He's up 45 supply right now. Charge is starting. And I wouldn't mind I don't know if... I feel like Disruptors is pretty bad on such a big wide open map. But maybe go into the double Robo Disruptor as MAXPAX. I feel like Templar Archives makes sense until you realize that ghosts are going to hit well before you get to any good fight with those Archons. Oh, another Phoenix goes down. 6 Phoenix falling in this game. Another Phoenix dies. And MAXPAX, as I said, he's getting bullied. Phoenix are meant to control the map and make Terran feel like they can't do anything. But MARU is really using that bully energy. He's got MAXPAX in a headlock. And he's doing that annoying thing where they rub their knuckles on the top of your head. It's definitely a situation where MAXPAX is going to have to just be calm and focused in the face of weird stuff that he very rarely plays against. You don't see top tier players do all these moves that MARU's doing that often. MARU with another giant army moving forwards. 4 Vikings and 4 siege tanks. That is a Colossus killing army if I've ever seen one. 3 Phoenix out only. 4 Colossus, 3 Immortals. Problem is, this army is so focused on those Colossus, and they are a bit countered right now. Oh, he moves in, he moves out. Tanks kind of siege up. Zealot run by gets in. I'd like to see more of that. That's a good move. Oh, a couple of Marauders do stumble forwards. The tank's moving forward little by little. Great Disruptor shot. Oh, gets 1 or 2 Marauders. Not bad. He's got to slow this push down. Does MAXPAX. He's got to throw that ball, though. It's out in the open. Careful. Zealots on the other side kill 6 SCVs. MARU F2s his army home. I can't say what MARU's doing looks particularly technical, guys. It's been very effective so far, but it's not the same technical TvP we're used to. There's not many medevacs here. The Disruptor shot, can it land? Oh, it gets the tank in the Cyclone. The bio spreads backwards, but MAXPAX with a fantastic break. Those Zealots were distracting the entire army on the other side of the map. Oh my god, that siege tank barely survives. But that was a huge victory for MAXPAX. He was down thousands of resources this whole time, and he wipes that army out. MARU actually gets shut down, and guess what? Every robo unit survived. Not only is MAXPAX tied up the supply, but MAXPAX has every robo unit alive. Those are the most valuable units. The Terran player only saved mostly Marines and 1 or 2 siege tanks. He's trying to get a 4th base up, but there's Zealots in. There's no planetary on the right. The army's coming in on the left. Zealots filtering in from every side. The problem is there's no blink. There's no blink and there's no Phoenix, and he's not making blink. So he's got no way to shut down an orbital. No way to shut down counter drops. But right now, MARU is pinned back defensively. Zealots keep filtering into the right side, 1 or 2 at a time. He's done a good job of splitting his army to defend. Has MARU. Sieges his tanks. MAXPAX going to be cautious and back off. Not a bad move. He actually could have killed him right there, though. And if he loses this game, he'll look back on the replay and regret it. But of course, easier for us to know that than him. He's been so far behind for so long. His game sense is going to be all over the shop. That's a lot of Archons. As the ghost count grows, those Archons become very vulnerable. He needs to go right now, or he's going to get EMP'd to Kingdom Come. This choke point, EMPs. Watch out for the EMPs! MAXPAX throws a disruptor shot. He doesn't have enough vision. He's feeling uncomfortable. Zealot drop in the main, though. Oh, that's a big move. That is a big move. He's moved to the right side where there is a planetary. Not as good an angle, but he's got Immortals and Disruptors. Disruptor shot only hits a single Marine. MARU's spreadies are beautiful. +2 goes down on the engineering bay, though. Good damage here for MAXPAX. He's going to rotate back through the center. Try and catch MARU out of position. MAXPAX adding Blink and +2. The Prism keeps itself alive. He's going to drop that base on the left side. He is doing a great job of keeping MARU guessing on where he's going to hit next. MAXPAX 4th base is up and mining. He doesn't have a 5th yet. Zealot's going to run away on the left side. Oh, the Prism stumbles in. A bit of a maxi-taxi. But he's going to take out the 4th base. No, he's not. He backs away. MAXPAX may be a bit too indecisive. The Vikings just snatched a Colossus. I think he could have committed there. He does kill 18 workers, but MARU was so oversupplied on workers, and still is, that after 18 workers down, he's at 70. MARU is going into turtle mode, guys. He is going for an insane worker count. The Disruptors just barely fall short of hitting that siege tank. And more Disruptors are rallying, but if MARU finds a way to counter drop, he's bare naked at home, and he's only just starting a 5th base. MAXPAX economy is back in a good spot, but it's not amazing. He's only on single robo, guys. He doesn't have that big an income. His upgrades aren't fantastic either. He's pushing through the middle. Disruptors gonna take out a bunch of Marines, damaging a siege tank as well, but he's definitely missed the window where he had that kill timing. All right, MARU, man. MARU is in control of his side of the map. He's stabilized and survived. That's very important. He's got +2 armor on the way. He hasn't got a second engineering bay right now. Remember, he lost one. He's got to rebuild that and get his production up. But MAXPAX is not stopping. He's still fishing for the fight. EMPs are big. Oh, the Disruptor gets focused down. The Archons are pulling back. MARU's going to try to chase this army, but I think there's enough Disruptors to scare him off from that. Is there, though? Is there, though? The Disruptor's getting caught out. MAXPAX fumbling a little bit. MARU on the warpath. He survived the dangerous timing, and he gets rid of all the Colossus, the Immortals, the Archons, and Disruptors. A lot of those do survive. MAXPAX army is still good, but it's nowhere near where it used to be. And remember, single robo, guys. MAXPAX is actually a player I've criticized over the last few years because he takes so long to get second robo. And I get it's because he wants to keep up mobility, but in this scenario, my god, he needs it. 15 minutes is very late to get that second robo. He drops it now while going up to 11 gateways, but it's exposed at the 3rd base. Luckily not the 4th, but still a little exposed. Going up to 8 barracks is MARU. He's rounding out his production. He still has not got a second eBay. Both players are playing a frantic game of StarCraft. MARU kills the watchtower to try and deny MAXPAX vision. Very cute move there. And MAXPAX is low on observers. He's trying to rebuild them right now. And with his income situation, I'd actually like to see a 3rd robo. I know I'm a madman for saying that, but definitely something I'd like. DT Shrine would be nice, but he's low on gases, MAXPAX. He'll need probably 2 more gases before he goes Dark Shrine because his main's mining out, which is going to set him back to just 4 gas income. If MAXPAX doesn't realize that's happening, that could hurt him. Behind this, Fusion Core, a second eBay, and a second starport on the way from MARU. MARU's going to go to range libs. This is an absolute barn burner of a series. I know a lot of people were sleeping on MAXPAX, said there's no way he can be competitive versus MARU. Oh, big Disruptor shot on the left flank lands. He will lose a Disruptor for it, and he's kind of trying to pull away from those EMPs. He's got to be real careful here. Yeah, those EMPs are deadly. MAXPAX needs to get out of here. He gets a few more Marauders with these Disruptor shots, but he's got to pull out. I don't think he can charge in with the Zealots. The Disruptor shots are good. MARU's trying to chase a bit too far, I believe. I do believe MARU's overextending, but the Immortals are deep red. Oh! Oh, big disruptor shots are landing, but a lot of robo units are dying as well. It might be time now for MAXPAX to pounce on this army if he has enough zealots. Disruptor shot doesn't really land on anything, and I really feel like with 11 gate, zealot warping, and 12 gate even, he can jump on this army. Maru's pushing way too deep into his territory. Oh man, Maru getting so over-eager. Disruptor shot goes backwards to clean up the Widowmine. The mass zealot stalker, overwhelming. Maru should be picking up and running home, but he's looking a little bit shook right now. I feel like multiple times here on altitude on this big map, he's underestimated MAXPAX defense, overcommitted into the Protoss territory. Gonna try and push in and deny this base is MAXPAX. But he doesn't want to overcommit, and that's cost him previously a kill timing. But look at that. This time he gets the siege tank. If he could pick off some Widow Mines, that would be glorious. Once again, very little anti-air to actually kill the orbital. And Maru goes around. Maru goes around. Watch out, MAXPAX. Oh, he's got a zealot there, so he feels like he has vision, but he doesn't. Oh no, MAXPAX needs to recall right now, guys. He's very clumped, but he needs to recall right now or this army's going to get him. Maru realizes he slipped up, and he's so quick when he slips up to make a base trade. It's his go-to when he poo-poos the bed, and it's a very smart way for a Terran way to play. It's a good idea to recall for MAXPAX because he's on a mass zealot army. He can't really jump in here that effectively. Even though he's denying the mining, he is in trouble at home. 2 robos are making a single disruptor. MAXPAX is maxed. And he can't really kill the command centers, so I don't really know what else he can do here. The Bio's going to take out the Robo in his natural. The Disruptor's there. Could land a big hit on the Marauder Ghost. He's going after the Planetary. That'll work, but the whole position for Maru, absolutely goated. Buys himself a bit of time. Maru did find the Disruptor and clean that up. 21 SCVs have gone down. Maru's command center is flying across the map. Mass recall! Whoa! Okay, 1 disruptor lands. Most of the army picks up and gets out of there. This looks actually quite good for MAXPAX. Even though he lost a robo and a base, he kept his probes alive. He's still at 77. He's still almost maxed. And he killed 36 workers and completely disrupted Maru's mining. Maru's going to try to land there. Maru is still taking what I can best describe as mad lad insane fights. And he's pulling the boys one more time. Maru needs to take a breath and calm down. I mean, I don't know, does he though? His income's so bad. Maybe this is his best shot. He's up 20 army supply. But oh god, dude, how do you push through disruptors? He can separate the base on the right side. He doesn't even know it's there though. He doesn't know it's there. The zealots in the natural are causing a ruckus. Disruptors in the open. 1 shot goes out, lands on a Marauder and a few SCVs. Quite a few disruptor shots flying. MAXPAX trying to play very patiently right now. He's going to throw another ball out. Good zealot pullbacks so far, but the disruptors are getting low on shots. Most of them are on cooldown right now. Looks like he has just enough to almost always throw one. Careful though. The zealots get in front of that. Try to buy time. Oh my god. MAXPAX supply is climbing while Maru's is dropping. Even though the zealots are dying, look at this flanking warp in. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. The army trying to pull back with the stalkers. The zealots, that one immortal with 9 kills from much earlier in the game is still there. You zealots stumbling in from behind, and MAXPAX is not going to go down without a fight. This game, I don't know what to call this game, guys. This is not just game 4 of the grand finals of PiGFest 3 between Maru and MAXPAX. This is Seesaw, Maximus, Maru, Ride of Train Death. MAXPAX was winning, then Maru was winning, then MAXPAX was winning. It keeps going back and forwards, and it looks like finally MAXPAX might actually be able to win. Oh my god, that went so back and forth. Such a crazy game, but MAXPAX eventually, after getting proxy wrecks, then hit by a giant Cyclone tank marine push denying his 3rd for ages, getting down 50 supply in the game. MAXPAX fights back and ties up the series 2-2. Well, this man just straight up refuses to die, doesn't he? Down here in the bottom right side, representing Sidestorm Gaming, it is MAXPAX. To be fair, though, after he crushed that first push, this man was down 30 army supply, and he refused to die as well. Onside Gaming's Maru. What a pleasure of a series. Such a treat here, guys. You know, some people saying, oh, it's getting late in Korea. Maru might get tired. It's just past 11 p.m. and most pro gamers get up in the afternoon and they don't start practicing until like 4 or 5 p.m. So they play in the evening all the time. So I don't think that'll be an issue, but you do have to factor in the series have been long and intense. But there is always the factor of actually what might be a bigger factor is that MAXPAX was warmed up for the finals because he just played, right? And whereas Maru might be a little bit kind of rusty, a little bit cold, a bit slower to start, but that wasn't the case, right? Because Maru did very well from the start of the series. So that actually wasn't the case, interestingly. The other one, there's the opposite side as well. MAXPAX is fatigued because he came straight out of a best of 7, whereas, you know, MARU got a rest, which is better for him. And it goes both ways. I never know which one is more, you know, applicable. And I think it's very much a case-by-case basis on that given day and with that given player. Oh, he's going to scout the proxy gate, guys. That's very good, MARU. Very responsible there. And MAXPAX says, okay, we'll just build a Twilight. That's fine. MARU was doing a no SCV scout build, but Reaper Marine Bunker. I mean, this, yeah, it could still have caused a bit of damage. Let's see how much MARU respects it, though. Depth Shade comes in. Probably want to go after that SCV. He actually could have maybe killed the SCV if he went straight for it. But notice MARU gets out of the bunker to bait him into fighting the fighting units. And does hide that SCV as well near the bunker, ready to load in if he gets attacked. MAXPAX going to go for the second gateway as well. So a pretty straightforward opening for him. We'll see if he's got anything crazy up his sleeve. Just Blink for now for MAXPAX. I mean, he loves his Blink openings. He really is a master of Blink Stalkers. I always feel like he never kills people as quickly as other players does, MAXPAX, with his Blink Stalkers. But he actually methodically builds advantages with them very, very well. I sometimes feel like I maybe commentate with a bit too much fear in my voice because I feel like he misses the opportunity that Hero might take to kill more stuff. The problem is that Hero then headbutts and throws all his Stalkers away, and MAXPAX doesn't do that as much. MAXPAX is a little bit more clinical in picking where and when to fight. Robo goes up in the natural. We've got also 4-gate Blink. Not a bad map for it. There's a pretty wide open main, guys. Lots of space to work with that 4-gate Blink, and if your opponent commits to a Widowmine drop across the map, if you can defend that with some good probe splits, guess what? This delays starport units. Tanks also have been very delayed because you're going for Widow Mines. It delays the tech lab, delays the tanks. Looks like the Reaper's going to come in. Stalker's there. Can he block the scout? MAXPAX does notice it, but a little bit too slow to micro that Stalker. And the Reaper's going to see everything. Very good scout here. Does lose the Reaper. Behind this, the Adept sees the Medevac and the Marines grouping up. Doesn't see the Widow Mines getting picked up and taken off to the side, though. MARU's Marine's going to come forward there, try and be a little bit of a distraction to those Adepts. And Stalker's moving out the left side. Oh, I think MAXPAX senses what's happening, but he goes on the wrong path. He's going to see it here with a Stalker. Oh, Blink's almost ready! Blink's almost ready! Oh my god, MARU runs away, but then runs forward. I don't know if MAXPAX realized what was happening there. Looks like one Marine just died as well. So this is going to be a very committed 4-gate Blink. Oh god, this is so scary because the multitasking on both sides has to be intense. Stalkers are here. They're going to get some damage done on this. Medevac will take a lot, and I think MAXPAX will just focus on this. And there we go. Looks like that. Oh, nice. Nice micro. Nice micro, guys. Oh, he doesn't Blink micro, though, because he's busy in the main base. And that means he's... Oh, nice micro again, but that one does shoot into the gas, so not as good micro. Widowmine drop gets dealt with on the other side of the map. Stalkers blink into the main base. One Stalker goes down, not too bad. Most importantly, the Widowmines are dealt with, so MAXPAX can put all of his focus on the front. Problem, there's 2 tanks, a pack of Marines. He can't do anything to that, so he's got to rotate to the natural, but look how quick MARU is to move. Now, obviously, if MAXPAX blinked back in there, he could have killed the tanks. But MARU, with a really good read, shuffles his tanks over and is completely safe at this point. Third base is on the way, Forge is building, and MAXPAX is not going to find any damage. He is behind in this game. MAXPAX just did a flawless standard early game. Stalkers blink in and get a tank. Auto turret goes down, but look at the Prism Micro. He gets a tank, he gets a bunker. Oh, watch out, ladies and gentlemen. Just when I think he's not going to find any damage, MAXPAX says, shh, holds his fingers up to his lips and says, quiet, silly piggy. Oh, the Stalkers. Okay, they almost overcommitted there, but he pulls back. I thought he was going to go too hard. And look at this. MARU doesn't know what's happening right now. He's like, oh, okay. How much can I move to the bait? How much on the natural? I think a very smart scan from MARU. MARU's almost been scanning too much in this series, to the point where, like, it's kind of smart to not be surprised by things, but also he's spending a lot of money on scans that could be more income. Those tanks not sieged just yet. Tank does siege up. He's going to blink on it, and he can shuffle to the left. Tank does go down. Stalkers in the natural dive. They get another tank! Whoa! MAXPAX with some killer instinct. I'm like, he won't take the fights. Hero will take. He misses out on damage. MAXPAX, though, says, no, I know exactly when to take advantage. The Stalkers are going to blink in and take care of that tank as well. He's got rid of all the tanks. No tanks left on the map, but Stim, +1, almost done. The Stalker's also heavily damaged. He gets a bunch of SCVs, but the Marines might just barely be able to stabilize. One Stalker, the low one, did get focused. 11 SCVs, and I think 3 or 4 tanks have gone down. Units lost tab. Look at that units lost tab. That looks good. He's up to 56 workers. MAXPAX is dancing in this game, guys. The Forge gets chronoed, but he didn't have enough money to actually start +1, so MAXPAX is a little bit all over the place with his macro at home. Does it matter? There's no tanks to anchor. No tanks and bunch of Marines with no combat shields. MAXPAX is going to stand and fight. Now, this could get messy. The Raven, auto turrets to flank. MAXPAX needs to run. Oh, God. He does take out the Raven, but he stayed too long. Way too long. Oh, no. He gets 23 SCVs. Maru's economy's in the dumpster, and that makes up Maru's strategic decision for him. I don't know if MAXPAX will be smart enough to know this. I think he is. But Maru is going to SCV pull 1 minute from now. At 9 minutes, there will SCVs be pulled. Marines, he'll push with 3 siege tanks, and he will go for a kill move. You just killed so many SCVs, but you threw away so much army supply. Maru is an expert StarCraft player, and he knows the best decision here is to go for a kill move, because way too many Stalkers just died. So MAXPAX overcommitted there, and he needed to be a little bit more chill. By starting to blink backwards in the middle of the fight, he got excited. Okay, it's even quicker than I thought, guys. He didn't wait a minute. He waited 25 seconds and then went for it. Never mind. The Stalkers... Okay, the Zealot drop does come into the main base. I mean, he sees that there's an SCV pool. There's no workers there. MAXPAX, you have one job. Survive. How? Battery overcharge got nerfed. It's still pretty good. He needs fantastic Stalker micro. The Prism stays alive. Here come the boys. The Zealot's trying to pull back. And he's got to be patient on the battery overcharge. He has been. Pull back. But the Marines are going to run in the natural and force him to fight. Bunker's going down for Maru. Very intelligent play for him. Obviously, more Marines are rallying across. It's a big old all-in. MAXPAX can go back to 2 bases and be fine. But if he saves his workers, that would be ideal. The problem for him is if those bunkers get up, this gets much harder. He's trying to flank with Zealots. He's going to abandon the natural, which I think is a great move. Maru gets some Marines in the main. That could be really awkward for him. And the Immortal will break that bunker down, but without battery overcharge being popped, he doesn't want to do it just yet. Zealot's getting ready to flank. I think he might have to go, but the bunker is up. Oh, God. Oh, God, the bunker is up. And in that case, you can't fight anymore. MAXPAX has missed his window. He has to give up this base as well. Giving up both bases seems awful, but it is necessary. It is the only way he survives in this game. He's going to pull the boys. The Zealots are flanking from the right side. One of the tanks goes down, but I don't think that's going to cut the mustard. Once the bunkers are up, the position is too good. And Maru able to do it here. Oh my God. Punching his way out of the grave. MAXPAX was looking like an absolute undertaker here on Dragon Scales until he overcommitted with those Stalkers in the main. And Maru with the killer instinct. A lot of players would be flustered in that situation. Losing that many workers, they would feel their heart sink. But Maru knew, you take away his economy, his army is stronger. You trade all your army for his workers, and his decision is made for him. There is only one thing he can do. That is push. He does it decisively, and he gets the win. All right, guys, going into Game 7, and oh my God, MAXPAX in the top right of Roblox. He's getting proxy 2 racks again. Maru is playing like a bloody dirty boy. I'm telling you guys, he's clearly just trying to make his opponent make mistakes. And the thing is, MAXPAX has not really been making them that much. He's been handling it pretty well. I don't think this opening's putting Maru ahead, but I think Maru sees this as like, hey, every time I'm either in a very playable, completely fine position or a little ahead, and there's a chance he messes up and just dies. So yeah, why not do it? The thing is, MAXPAX is going to get better and better at defending in each game, isn't he? So I do feel this is a little bit of a dicey opening, and I really can't believe that he's going to be doing it yet again. This is such a crazy move. The probe comes in, and MAXPAX sees the gas just started mining. MAXPAX should immediately know what's happening. He's already building a Zealot and a Cyber Core. He'll put down the pylon and have to pull the boys to defend those bunkers. Probe is, of course, circling the main base. And he sees the SCVs come in yet again. Maru thinks it's 2011 Zerg vs. Terran, apparently. He's just like, yeah, you just 2-racks bunker rush every game. The Mad Lad. Oh, and we've seen a lot of weird meta openings this tournament. Rainer with his 13 pool versus Terran is just the tip of the iceberg. That SCV is getting a lot of build time right now. Oh my God, and the Zealot's chasing a bit too far. Maru with some very good micro. Oh, that Zealot's going to go down real soon. He's got to change targets. He's got to change targets with the Zealot. He gets a Marine, but at what cost? Oh me, oh my, that's going to get up. That bunker's going to get up 100%, guys. Oh no, the bunker's going to get up. He's going to lose a lot of probes and the bunker will get up. This is a huge problem for MAXPAX. The battery will finish. He's going to focus the SCV. The Marines are focusing the battery now, and look at that. Oh, Maru with the dodgy dodge. The dodgy dodge. Maru does the dodgy dodge. Oh! The SCV finally... Okay, the bunker's going to burn down. The bunker will burn down, though. The bunker burns down. That's very important, guys. It's very important. The Stalker there is getting shots off. The Zealot coming down now as well. Looks like he built a second Zealot, which is not too bad, man. And I think MAXPAX actually holds okay. The Zealot could pull back to survive. Finishes that guy off. This battery's almost ready. Stalker's just going to micro back and forth, and he's back to chronoing probes. And the command center hasn't started. Oh, this is really bad for Maru, right? Yeah, his command center just started, and MAXPAX is already even on workers. Maru has just tried to do the dumb cheese build versus MAXPAX, and the third time in 6 games, he's done it, and each time he's got worse results. Maru has gone, you know, sometimes they say, sometimes the best solution to a complex problem is the simplest one. In this scenario, it's not. It's playing an advanced macro game of StarCraft. It's not just proxy raxing over and over. Maru... I really feel MAXPAX has such an advantage now. He's an AI that learns over time. What you don't know is in the 2 minutes it took between each map, he's run 4,000 repetitions against the 2 racks to perfect his response. That's the advantage of AI. They get to practice much faster than us. Maru can't keep throwing out the same builds. Yeah, the SCV pool's doing well. I don't mind the SCV pools, but I do mind the 2 racks opening, and I'm going to be very critical there and say... You know what? His standard opening sets him up to be ready against it and okay against it. And this is a big issue. Oh, man. The depot goes down. Look at that. He's supply blocked. Finally gets rid of the gas steel to take his gas. But what a gimped position. Maru right now has got the dregs of a Terran base. Up against a Protoss that's like Robo, Twilight, 2 bases full of mineral line. Like, look at that, guys. 12 workers, 16 on minerals. And Maru's stuck on 1 base. This one is a big mistake for Maru. Maru needs to take a deep breath. Now, remember, of course, Maru recently, he opened up earlier in this tournament after the series where he 4-0'd Oliveira in the round of 8. Very good series. Very action-packed. MAXPAX trying to bait the Widowmine and then shade away. Just barely mistimed it. So back to that interview, we asked him, I said, hey, does it feel good to get revenge? And he said, no, I feel terrible. I hate playing Oliveira. Even beating him just reminds me that I should have smashed him in the grand finals. And, you know, that I choked there and played not like myself makes me so upset and angry and all this sort of stuff. Maru is building a Marine in MAXPAX main base, guys. He's doing it. The Stalker warps in, though. Can he get a probe? Can he get a probe? MAXPAX doesn't pull the probe away. He gets it. That's worth it. That's actually a positive trade for Maru. And, more importantly, it's the power of memes. So, anyway, case in point, guys, I do think Maru tilts a little bit. Because it's a grand finals. I think he's putting a lot of pressure on his shoulders. That's what he did at Katowice. He said everyone kept saying that he had the easiest bracket. He was finally going to win. And it made him feel a lot of pressure. And I feel like now here as well, same thing. Heavily favored. He's never lost a series to MAXPAX. He's only gone one map each. And look at that. The Widowmine drop gets shut down. Only 4 probes. That ain't enough. MAXPAX has got a 4-gate blink heading across the map. He's got his own 3rd base on the way. Or he will, soon. And Maru, I mean, I might be like, oh, 4-gate blink's a bit risky, isn't it, MAXPAX? But he's got 3rd command center. So he's got, right now, 1 siege tank, a Raven, and a handful of Marines. He'll have a 2nd tank, and he's trying to build 2 bunkers. If that Adept just picks off the SCV building the bunker, even that would be a big nuisance right now. Oh, this is a bit of an issue for Maru. Stalker's just going to dive the natural, I think, guys. Yeah, it's worth. Just go for the bunkers, pick off the Marines, anything sticking out right now. He gets 1 bunker, maybe pick off a few SCVs before you go. The tanks are sieging, and a good pullback. But now you just blink into the main base. There's another bunker there. Maru realizes the situation he's in, and you know, MAXPAX is very slow on the 3rd, so he does need to do damage. I just can't imagine Maru surviving from this situation versus 4-gate blink. There's just so many units available. Keep in mind, MAXPAX threw away a bit of an advantage in that previous game. And there we go. MAXPAX does lose a Stalker. He's going to come back in on the natural, but there's a tank there as well. Maru has set up some of the most perfect defensive positioning in this series. I am very impressed. These Stalkers could try to blink there, but no, the building placement is impeccable. Maru stuffed it. Maru has stuffed the 4-gate blink. He should be fine. He's got SCVs on auto repair. Yeah, he's a little supply block, but his tanks are going to get Stalkers on the way out as well. Wow, that is absolutely beautiful building placement, guys. MARU just defended a 4-gate blink commitment by putting his buildings in weird positions. Now, keep in mind, he's delayed literally having his barracks on add-ons to do that, just to survive. It's a genius move, but it's cost him. Stalkers blink in and take out a tank. Oh, me, oh, my. The Warp Prism Micro is so good. It's so good. He's saving a lot of these Stalkers. If he can just disengage, it'll be so good for MAXPAX, but he's got to disengage. He's got to get out of there. He picks off a lot of Marines as well. As the tank sieges, it's time to leave. MAXPAX, get out of there. He's still hanging out. The tank unsieges. He wants to move it further to the low ground. MAXPAX does not see that tank siege up, and he's going to have to pull out of there now. Good pullback this time. He's ahead. He's doing damage, and he's got a 3rd base there. I'd like to see a 4th base for MAXPAX as well. And if he does win this game, we get game 7. Am I this blessed? Are we all this blessed as StarCraft fans? How much did I pay these guys to throw away their genuine credibility as pro players and instead to become actors for an entire tournament and just give us epic, exciting series with great storylines? I don't understand, guys. I don't understand. I don't know. Did I do it in my sleep? Was I sleepwalking and I bribed them to play awesome, fun, close series? The Stalker's going to blink in the main. The Marauders are taking big damage. That tank's going to trap him. Get out of there, MAXPAX. Oh, bit of an overcommitment, MAXPAX. Oh, no. Lots of Stalkers milling about on the low ground. MAXPAX, oh no! Big mistakes for MAXPAX. Did not pull back far enough. And he just threw away a lot of Stalkers, just like the previous game. Please don't repeat yourself. Don't make that mistake again, mate. He's going up into Mass Gateway. I'd like to see a 4th Nexus. Looks like he's going to build it right now. You can tell both players are so nervous. You really can. And I really feel like for MAXPAX, this is his first grand... No, I think he's been in a big grand finals, like for a major tournament before, I believe. If anyone can let me know in between the games, I'll update you guys in the next game if we get there. But definitely his nerves are racked, and surprisingly Maru's are, because Maru's doing weird build orders. He's pulling the boys every game. I don't know if a boy pull makes sense in this scenario, not with Psystorm on the way. Then again, Grespin he made look kind of close versus the Storm, didn't he? Stalkers, one of them does go down, but he gets a Marauder. MARU is up in Army Supply. He's going to go Ghost Academy. Do we see an Armory? No Armory, guys. He's up on 5 barracks now, but with no Armory. An Armory is a big sign that MARU will play a macro game. No Armory means he can't make 2-2 upgrades. Means he's planning to just do a big giant attack. No Colossus out. And one of the problems MAXPAX had previously is not having enough High Templar with this style. Looks like he's planning a big attack. He's going to do a Zealot run by on the left while attacking maybe into the natural. And then that forces Maru's army to stim towards him. When you stim towards the storm, you eat big storms. So very good timing. He's got a 4th base. He's got an armor upgrade on the way. He's already got +1 attack. He's got a lot of gateways. I think this is a really good move, especially siege tanks suck versus zealots. They really don't do much there. MARU sees the army. Stalkers are going to grab a medevac. They could easily grab a second one. Oh, not quite. Almost, but not quite. Oh, he may have gone in a little early. Interference Matrix blocks him. Great Matrix there by MARU. Archon goes down. Psystorm lands. Big juicy there. Zealots get in the left side of the mineral lane. They take out a tank and maybe just 1 SCV. Overall, though, very good hold for MARU. I think he's looking good, guys. Equal resources lost. But, of course, MAXPAX has a 4th. What MAXPAX doesn't have is a Robo Bay. As I say it, he starts it. He's going to do this in a way where he's both attacking and expanding. He's got to go into the natural, not on the 3rd. But wait, MARU's out of position. The tank will go down. EMP lands, but the High Templar didn't drop yet. He throws a Storm down, drops High Templar, throws another Storm down. Good storms, but he's overcommitted. MAXPAX is overcommitted. He needs to go home and defend. He killed 17 workers. He's up 30 workers. Pick up the Archon and leave, mate. Get out of there. The Prism does pick it up. He's going home. He's got 1 more High Templar at home, starting to gather storm energy. But there's ghosts on the map, and his Robo Bay is not done. He's making 2 more gates, so going up to 12 gates and a 5th base. If MAXPAX has another minute or 2 to himself in this game, he'll win this game, I'm pretty certain. But right now, he's down 30 army supply. And if anything was ever, once again, shouting for MARU to pull the Drilly Boys, you know, below the conch and say, "Drilly Boys, assemble!" and call the workers to the front line. That might be it, man. A lot of army just got thrown away. You lost a lot of workers, and it might be time to blow the conch. Okay, Bio moving down that right side. It's all about that Prism more than anything. It's about that Prism, and now the Colossus that's starting up. 1-1 upgrades verse 1-1. The Armory never started. Good storm to start. Saves the High Templar as well. Damages a lot of those Widow Mines. One of them does go down. MARU's getting scared back. Zealot run-bys coming in. Not doing big damage, but it's 80 workers versus 48, which is so good for the Protoss. MAXPAX keeps splitting these Zealots off. MARU's looking a little bit stiff in his play right now, and he's lost faith in the Drilly Boy pool. Storm, it's always scary to pull into. I definitely understand why he doesn't. But if he can't take out one of these bases really quickly, he's in trouble. I mean, the 5th base is really, it's the sympathy prize. This is the ugly stepsister here. MARU might have to just go for that one. He's going to take it out. Okay, there we go. Archon Zealots coming forwards. He will get the Nexus and run away. Zealots coming on in. I think I got that saying wrong, by the way, guys. I don't know. Might be wrong there. EMP lands. The Colossus does take a big hit, but Storm zones him out. Maru's in trouble right now in this game. There's no progression, guys. Those eBays are sitting dormant. There's no 2-2 on the way. There's no armory. There's no 4th command center. He's going to multi-prong, though. That's a good way to try and get something done. Stretch MAXPAX multitasking out. MAXPAX is less experienced. He should panic. He should mess up his multitasking a bit more. But the Zealots do get derped in. He's going to have to split the army. And what's he going to do? Storm drop on the right, army on the left. Careful. Okay, so MAXPAX is going to make Zealot, Archon plus Storm drop on the right. And he's going to use his Colossus army on the left. Oh, those Widow Mines could be brutal, man. Decent spready on the Zealots. Minimizes the damage that he takes. And those Colossus got to pull away. Oh, the whole army just pulled in. Okay, the Storm Drop comes over to save the day, though. The Storm Drop should be able to save the day. Careful, the Colossus taking a lot of damage. Storm Drop! Oh, big Storm Drop, and he even saves it. The Colossus also survived here, guys. Viagra is about to... I mean, Extended Thermal Lance is about to kick in. The thing that extends the big, thick beam of those Colossus. It's about to kick in. Second Robo. 5th base has been rebuilt. MAXPAX is almost tied in army supply. His 2-2's not ready yet. This is a good moment for MARU to fight while the upgrades are even. But the Colossus and the Storm combined is a big issue. The Stalker's going to go after those Vikings. They're going to pick a few of them off. The Bio moving forwards right now. Prism is very damaged. Big Storm! Big Storm in the middle of everything! Oh my god, the Medivacs are out of juice. The Medivacs are out of juice. MAXPAX is dancing like Hero right now. He is not known as being the best micro player in the world. That's Hero's title. Yet in this case, MAXPAX is doing such a good job of buying time. Yes, he's got the great tools right now, but he's doing such a good job. That Storm does mostly whiff, only really bruising some Widow Mines. But every second that goes by, he's getting a lot more units. His 2-2's almost finished. MAXPAX is going to have to fight right now, but his Storm lands. EMPs have blanketed all of MAXPAX's army, though. He's got a Zealot run by hitting. That's going to do big damage on the other side, but it's all about this army here. I don't know if there's one more Storm. There's 3 more Storms. Oh, there is still EMP available. There is still EMP. A big Storm takes out a few Marauders. That army is so wounded. The Zealots tearing up the rally. Maru's got no reinforcement. This army is on their own. They're radioing home for support, but they're not going to be getting any. Storm goes down all over the bio. The Medivacs even are getting very low. But oh my god, where is MAXPAX's army? It's almost non-existent. The Colossus rallies through the fight. The Archon has to morph here, but MAXPAX's army is gone. Colossus and Zealots come in from the left side, and it looks like even with Maru's absolutely intense micro, his natural's being ransacked, and the army manages to do it. MAXPAX holds on. We are getting a Game 7, ladies and gentlemen. Oh me, oh my, we find ourselves here in Game 7 at the end of a grueling day of StarCraft. Both players are going to have everything decided on Ancient Cistern. In the bottom left side of this rather large map, we have Onside Gaming's MARU. A map that he has neglected because it is so wide open for 4-gate Blinkstalkers to run rampant in. On the other hand, there are so many push paths across the map that Protoss often miss the pushes coming, and that's why I think MAXPAX left it to last. Because this map often turns into a minefield. Whenever you try to push the Terran army, always materializes out of the corner of the map and kills your 4th base. It's a really, really crazy map. But I personally am just happy because MARU did not proxy barracks. He's doing a proper opening build order. And I do feel he still should be favored if he can keep his cool, but he's adjusting his hoodie. He's cracking his neck. Hands off the mouse and keyboard like a true Chad. It's the start of the game. Not much to do here. Hopefully you remember to set up his camera locations already. And that probe is going to come in. Cybercore on the way, a Zealot as well. And I think for the first time in a while, MAXPAX might even consider canceling that Zealot. Probe comes in and he's like, wait a second. You're expanding? Whoa! Wild. MAXPAX. Yep. Forces the command center to be off center, so it'll have to lift. And he sees no Marine there. And seeing no Marine means this is a Reaper opening. Marine pops out 14 seconds earlier than a Reaper, guys. 32-second build time versus 18-second build time. MAXPAX knows that, so he checks. If there's no Marine, it has to be a Reaper. We'll see. He does often like a shield battery. He forgot his pylon. Oh, no, there it is. It was just a second or two late. Okay. I was like, oh, no, he forgot his second pylon in Game 7. But it was just a second or two delayed. Not a big deal. If you forget the second pylon completely, it's a disaster for your opening. And it occasionally happens in the most high-pressure situations. Zealots going around the side of the map. We'll get there probably just before this bunker finishes. Maybe can get a bit of damage and then create some chaos so the Adepts can follow it up behind this. 2 Adepts and a Twilight Council. Reaper is nearby at home. Let's see if the Zealot can do anything. Oh, watch out, Maru. Good reaction so far for him. But delaying the bunker, delaying the command center. This allows the Adept to come in. And, oh, Zealot's not being microed. He should go after it. He definitely should go after it. He's going to go after the Marine instead. Oh, the Zealot doesn't get the Marine, but look at that. The Adept does. Gets the SCV, gets the Marine. There's a lot more SCVs down here. The Adept is going after the Reaper, crazily enough. And oh my god, 2 SCV kills. This is a great start for MAXPAX, guys. MAXPAX gets 2 SCVs, delays the command center, kills a Marine, all for 1 Zealot. He's now got 2 Adepts camping at the wall saying, yep, those SCVs aren't mining. Your build is now awkward. And Maru, where's his starport or his second barracks, guys? He's floating money. Let's start a Cyclone. Okay, I guess Cyclone plus double Marine production is quite expensive. Never mind. The Adept's just being annoying. And it is going to be a starport. No second barracks in this game. He brings another SCV over. Looks like he wants to throw down a second barracks in the near future. I think he's definitely wanting to stay aggressive. I don't think Maru feels confident just playing a normal game. Actually, oh, it's a depot just to spot the edge. Okay. Bit of a free kill if 4-gate blink comes in. And I think at this point, as much as we've made fun of, or not made fun of, but criticized Maru for his 2-racks proxy and how it hasn't really been effective, it's been less and less effective each time, you guys have to realize something very, very important. You guys have to realize that if it ain't broke, don't fix it. MAXPAX understands this. In Denmark, that's basically, like, that's what they say. It's definitely a Danish saying. Probably. I don't know. He's going 4-gate blink. And Maru scouted this every game, and he still struggled with it. Maru is building 2 Cyclones because he thinks he's playing against Stargate. His second Cyclone was about to pop out, guys. Doesn't even get a probe kill there. He cancels the Cyclone at 95% complete, makes a tank, and realizes, oh, you made 2 Adepts. He assumed because he saw 2 Adepts, whereas every other game MAXPAX has played Adept Stalker or Stalker straight away. He assumed that it was Stargate. Massive mistake on his build because now his tank count's hugely delayed. And that 4-gate blink's going to be much harder to deal with. Cyclones do very little against 4-gate blink. The Warp Prism just picks up the unit that's locked on, breaks the lock on, and the Cyclone doesn't really get that much done. Now, of course, he knows early enough that he should be able to survive. But, on the other hand, no bunker in the main. Oh, good building placement, though. Look at that building wall. Once again, that makes it really hard to blink on the tank. And he covers most of the main. Understanding building placement at a very high level. Really well done. Depot can be lowered. Marine on the side of the map will spot the 3rd base time. If he can block the 3rd as well, that'd be great. MAXPAX floating a fair bit of money right now. That Warp Prism needs to get warping in. Starts a 3rd Nexus. Marine sees it. MAXPAX doesn't feel like leaning as hard into the aggression this time. You notice those buildings are all kind of moving around now. He says, oh, you're not actually committing. But MAXPAX is a guy who will take a 3rd Nexus and will still go hard. You cannot read into it, whereas Hero, if he takes a 3rd, he's usually not going to go that hard. It's a different Protoss player. MAXPAX is a little hard to read. Oh, okay, gets an SCV and a Marine there. That was actually really good control, getting a little bit of extra value. Raven, though. Oh, I've talked about the Raven being MAXPAX's nemesis. Whenever he's playing Twilight builds, that's going to be 3, 4 probes. Oh, God, 4 probes. That's a lot of damage, guys. Stalker's going to blink into the main. There's no tank. He pulled both tanks to the natural. Maru with a huge screw-up. Oh, God. The stim. The stim's in the open. But MAXPAX goes after the tanks in the bio instead. He's trying to fight against the bio. I don't know if that's the right call. Oh, he's gonna have to get out. Get out. Get out. Get out. He gets 6 SCVs. Not bad. And he's lost very few Stalkers, guys. 2 Stalkers have gone down this game. The Raven is hiding in the back corner. It killed 8 probes. It got 4 in the main, 4 in the natural. MAXPAX took a lot of damage. He also just attacked his own Stalker and killed it. MAXPAX is nervous, guys. People have said he's in AI, but he's looking nervous right now. But he gets stim! And that is big. That is very big, but he's got to leave. He's got to leave now. He really cannot keep forcing the issue. He gets another SCV. No tank on the natural right now. 2 SCVs here. He's shooting the bunker. Trying to find a way in. Looks like a drop goes back into the main base. He's going to steer around these tanks. He's finding a fair bit of damage for a guy that took a quick 3rd. But of course, his worker count is only even with Maru. I feel like focusing stim is so bad for Maru losing that. But on the other hand, for MAXPAX, his economy is so bad, and he's not going to get much damage done. Even without stim, that's still a lot of Marauders, and those Stalkers are overcommitting. The Stalker's up here. Get a tank. Oh, he trades a Stalker for a tank. That's a very good trade. He's now lost 6 Stalkers, though. The unit's lost tab still looking pretty damn good for him. The Raven is trying to get on out of there. Looks like the other auto turret didn't get much done. Only 9 probes have gone down in total this game. Observer is sieged up over the base. If he could catch the Raven on the way home, that would be huge. For now, Immortals, charge, 4 gateways on the way. We do not have a forge, guys. This is a very low-tier textile for MAXPAX. And I think since he sniped Stim, he could definitely afford splash damage, but he's not going to. And it does feel like Maru's maybe focusing on a big all-in. These Stalkers are so wounded. He can't be fighting with red hit point Stalkers. And on the right side, we've got a Zealot warping in. Raven's going to spot this by the looks of it. Indeed, it does. Awkward. The Zealots and the Raven kind of wave at each other, and they do just walk on by. Stalker's got to be very careful. Maru taking a forward stance. Another Stalker goes down, but gets a Cyclone finally. This is 5 barracks. He's committed, guys. Maru is going to decide this series the way he has played this entire series, with absolute reckless abandon, with pulling the boys and going for the win. Maru's done it pretty much every single game. And you know what, guys? You're not done pulling off your SCVs until you've pulled all your SCVs. He's going to try and get in there and do what he can. The Prism is here, doing damage. MAXPAX is going Robo Bay behind it. The splash damage is very important for him. Stalkers! Oh, good blink. Good blink. Gets a Widow Mine and gets out of there. Very nice. What you don't notice, guys, if you can actually shoot the Widow Mine after it fires, because it reveals itself once it's fired its shot, and then blink and still dodge the Widow Mine before it connects. It's pretty hard to do, but it can happen, and MAXPAX pulled it off just over there. The Stalkers. Oh, good blinks. Good blinks. Almost gets that one. He's doing a really good job. I feel like MAXPAX is just all over him with Stalkers. The Zealot Immortal Sentry army looks scary. If he gets a Colossus out, that's going to be great. I do think MAXPAX needs to stay active with Zealot backstabs, though, because right now, 23 Marines, 13 Marauders, a Raven, and 4 Widow Mines is a absolute Zealot slaughtering army. And he doesn't see the army move out. I've talked about the big weakness and why Protoss players keep losing this map is they never see the army move out. It always pushes on a different path to what they expect. He now sees it. The Drilly Boys are coming! Maru blows the conch and says, all workers report to battle stations. This is an emergency. Code red. We are going for the win right here, right now. Maru... MAXPAX has Mass Sentry. He's got plenty of force fields, but he should have force fielded on that ramp. If he moved forward, he could have dealt with this. Oh, he traps a bit of the bio, but not that much. The Stalkers are going to try to come in. If MAXPAX gives up this base, he's completely fine, in my opinion. He could take the other base on the other side. He's got a Colossus out, another one on the way, but if he headbutts with the Zealots poorly, he will be in trouble. The battery is there. There's only one tank. The SCVs are on the front line. Battery overcharge does go down. The tank is looking very exposed. The Colossus is roasting and toasting. MAXPAX is miles out on supply. A Zealot run by is clearing his entire natural. The Marauders are running forward. The Colossus goes down, but the Immortals punish those Marauders in a big way. Maru went way too deep for that Colossus kill. The Zealots are still tearing up his rally. The depots with the drops are going down. MAXPAX here, showing the power of his 4-gate blink build. He's done it so many times, but it is so fantastically executed that it always seems to pay off, even with a quick third base. The Stalkers blink forward. Some of those units do go down on the retreat, but MAXPAX is at double the supply, and he must have had maybe a 3% victory chance going into this grand finals. He's never beaten Maru in a series. The greatest turn of all time versus the online Protoss kid that people have been doubting. This man has never been a big Premier Tournament champion, but he is now facing off against Maru, the king of PvT, and he is doing it in fine form. He's counterattacking with Zealots, Stalkers, Immortals, and Colossus. More Zealots are warping in, and Maru has to tap out. MAXPAX making the impossible possible and manages to hold on against the boy pool. GG, well played.